bright sunshine and more mild temperatures this afternoon at First Lake and Lower Sackville. Now, CTV meteorologist Kaylin Mitchell will tell us why it's all going away, and you may not see it for quite some time.
Boy, weather this month kind of turns on a dime, doesn't it? And that's exactly what's happened between yesterday and today. Of course, yesterday we had record-setting high temperatures, all three maritime provinces, first 20s of the calendar year. And then today, well, actually really began last night. Colder air moved back into place, and now we've got this mix of precipitation on its way in. It's kind of a slow-moving weather system, and that view we just looked at in Nova Scotia illustrates that because, well, it was pretty pleasant through parts of Nova Scotia today with a mix of sun and cloud. Other parts of the Maritimes, including New Brunswick, we're already getting to a mixture of snow, ice, pellets, and freezing rain, and that continues now. For this evening, some of that icy mix has reached parts of Prince Edward Island, and that type of weather is going to continue as we make our way through the evening hours. By the time we get to around midnight, here's how conditions should be set up around the Maritimes. Still accumulating snow and ice pellets in the north of New Brunswick. Remember, we have winter storm warnings out there. Total amounts could be 15 to 25 centimeters. Other parts of central and even around southern areas of New Brunswick should see ice pellets turn over to freezing rain, and that period of freezing rain could go on for about 4 to 8 hours. There'll be a mixture of some ice pellets turning over to freezing rain for Prince Edward Island. In Nova Scotia tonight, there will be a chance of some patchy lighter freezing rain for northern and eastern areas where you can see temperatures will be a little bit chillier, but closer towards the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia and in the southwest, just a chance of some patchy fog and drizzle. Then there's some further changes as we move into and through Thursday morning, because what happens is an increasingly gusty west and southwest wind, temperatures begin to come up around the Maritimes, and it turns over to areas of rain, drizzle, and fog for Nova Scotia, Prince Edward Island, and southern areas of New Brunswick as we move into the first part of Thursday morning. Now, early Thursday morning, temperatures still below zero for northern areas of New Brunswick, and that accumulating mix of snow and ice pellets will have turned over to some freezing rain, and that'll just make that whole mix even a little bit heavier. Now, the risk of freezing rain for the north of New Brunswick will extend through Thursday morning, but by Thursday afternoon, even there, temperatures should start coming up above the freezing mark. We're not done with this weather system yet because there is a final band of rain that will cross Nova Scotia Thursday evening and Thursday night, but there'll be some colder air that arrives into the back edge of that rain and turns it over to a brief period of snow through early Thursday morning. And temperatures at that point are falling down to and below the freezing mark, so any wet or slushy surfaces could turn icy. So while initially in Nova Scotia there isn't a huge risk for a lot of ice around, we may have to be careful about things like road conditions Friday morning with that turn back over to snow and temperatures that fall quickly below zero. And the same thing goes for parts of Prince Edward Island and New Brunswick. Any standing wet or slushy surfaces around heading into Thursday night, those could turn icy by Friday morning. Snow and ice accumulation amounts, most, as I just talked about, expected through northern areas of New Brunswick. That's where that colder air is in place, so it allows for that type of mix to add up a little bit more. Winds in the forecast for this evening are mostly out of the east and southeast, and then for tomorrow there's a change in the wind direction with the winds becoming west and southwest around the Maritimes. So they're going to be gusty for the afternoon. Fairly widespread gusts, 30 to 50 kilometers per hour, but could be as high as 50 to 70, especially around coastal areas in the east of Nova Scotia, including the eastern shore, the north shore, and Cape Breton. Low temperatures in the forecast for tonight for Prince Edward Island, north and eastern areas of Nova Scotia, much of New Brunswick falling at least a few degrees below the freezing mark, remaining slightly above zero for the Atlantic coastline of Nova Scotia, the southwest, and climbing above zero for parts of the Bay of Fundy coastline in New Brunswick. High temperatures for tomorrow in the north of New Brunswick, mostly between 2 and 6 degrees, 7 around Plaster Rock and Perth Andover, central and southern parts of the province with high temperatures between 8 and 12. Prince Edward Island on Thursday with high temperatures climbing up between 8 and 12 degrees. In eastern areas of Nova Scotia, the high temperatures high single digits, low teens. Northern and central parts of the province with high temperatures mostly between 9 and 12 degrees. And in the southwest and west of Nova Scotia, high temperatures between 9 and 14. In the extended forecast, moving into Friday, temperatures turn a little bit chillier. Snow expected for New Brunswick on Saturday for the start of the weekend. Sunday, increasing cloudiness with some snow Sunday night, turning over to rain on Monday. That clears out of some showers Tuesday morning, mixed sun and cloud, colder temperatures on Wednesday. So lots of ups and downs when it comes to temperature and precipitation here in the Maritimes over the next several days. And again, not uncommon for this month. In the forecast for Nova Scotia, there's those morning flurries, that brief period of snow to clear through. Be careful about icy spots Friday morning. Saturday, a mixture of snow and rain, followed by a mix of sun and cloud on Sunday. It's a round of rain arriving late on Monday, continuing into Tuesday before it clears out and the temperatures turn colder in behind it. And for Prince Edward Island in the forecast, be careful about slippery spots Friday morning. Snow expected on Saturday, followed by a chance of flurries on Sunday. And then a rainy system arriving late Monday into Tuesday, followed by another dip in temperatures for Wednesday of next week. Ty.
A lot of weather there. Thank you, Kalen.